What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ferris Farming Organic. Today we're going back in the tractor. I don't know if you guys can tell, that's mud. So what happens is when it rains, the rain hits the dirt and it becomes mud. Thank you for watching today's video. Hope you guys learned something. It must not have rained hard enough because my tractor's still a little bit dirty, which is fine. One thing I want to talk about quick. See that, John Deere? That's not okay. You guys need to make your stairs a little more, less of an angle, because that is impossible to climb up if you have anything in your hands. So if anyone at John Deere is watching this, maybe fix that. Or maybe farmers just need to get more in shape. Either one. It's been a while since we've been in here. It rained. Last video I took, you guys probably watched it. I'd assume at least two of you guys did. We got rained out that day, and we ended up getting rained out for the next week. So it's a week from the last video. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys clicked on this video for one reason and one reason only, and it sure isn't me. Today, we're making a steak in the tractor. Now you may ask, how are you going to do that, Thomas? I suppose you'll have to keep watching to find out. Anyway, guys, a little update on fall. We are pretty much done, although a week ago we were pretty much done as well. We're just getting back in the field doing tillage. We pretty much only have 700 acres left to rip, whole fields left to rip. And then we have some disking and chisel plowing to do. But then we have bean end rows, and then we're done. I think in a video I said, this will be the first year that I'm not in the tractor when basketball season starts. Basketball starts Monday, and we will not be done ripping before Monday. So I lied to all of you. Anyway, dudes, we're gonna flash some people on the road. I've been looking for those sunglasses for a solid week. I wonder what else we left in here. Seem to leave a lot of stuff in this tractor. Probably not a very good habit to get into. Those are my AirPods. Anyway, I'm gonna sit you guys down for a little bit. The camera is almost dead. And I'll pick you guys up when I get to the field or start going to the field. Shouldn't be too long. So I know you guys can't tell, but this is the 800 acre field that Max filmed that combine video in. We're only gonna rip not a quarter of it, but 160 acres, more like 150, because there's a little shed site there. But this shouldn't take, a crazy amount of time. I'm assuming it's 1 o'clock right now. We should be able to get quite a bit of it done today. And as I said in a previous video, we have 500 acres up north by Fenton that we need to knock out. And then all the corn is done, so that'll feel pretty good. I'm gonna see how fast I can even go. I'm sure it's still set pretty deep, but we want to be able to go 7, so if I have to raise it up an inch or two, we might have to hop out and do that. We'll see though. Yeah, we're only going 5.5, so we're gonna go raise it up a little bit. Yeah, this ground is still pretty mushy, but I think it'll work. All right, I raised it up 1.5 inches. We'll see if that makes a difference. I mean, it will make a difference. Also, it's so nice out. It's like 60 degrees or so, no wind. I don't know why I'm farming. I should be going golfing. Yeah. Alright. Let's try this. I mean, we're going 6.8, 7, pretty steady, so we'll probably just roll with this. Well, guys, we're going along here pretty good. It's working up nice. We're going 7.2. Getting a lot done. It's actually not that wet. I mean, the end rows have some sitting water where they drove the manure spreaders, but it's working just great. In other news, probably the reason you guys clicked on this video, the steak is defrosting right now in our nice defroster, the ground. But once that's nice and defrosted, we'll make ourselves a nice ribeye steak in the tractor. Heck yeah, buddy. Alright, we're putting this in park to do this. So, we're gonna start making a steak. First thing I'm gonna do is I brought some like spray butter, oil, something, because I figured I don't want the steak to, you know, get too, whatchamacallit, stuck to the pan. Oh dear, I dropped that. This is gonna be an adventure. Alright, I don't really have a good spot to set you guys up on so you guys can really watch this, but I'm gonna open this up, I'll put it on a plate, and we'll season it quick. Really should have brought my POV camera today. This would have been a whole lot nicer. For seasoning, I'm using Meat Church's Blanco rub. I use most of Meat Church's rubs on, like, when I smoke brisket or pulled pork, beef ribs, anything. I use their seasonings. So shout out to these guys. Go check them out. Really good seasonings. But I sprayed some of that in that pan. I think it's heating up. The light's on, so it should be. We're gonna put a little bit on there, make a big mess in our tractor. Probably let that heat up a little bit, you know, pat our seasoning in. Gotta make sure you get both sides of your meat. Flip her over, we'll do the same thing. Season her up. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my pant leg is covered in this stuff. Yeah, this might be one of the dumber things I've ever done. Probably not actually, but this is probably one of the craziest things I've done is made a full-on good old ribeye in the tractor. Comment what else you guys want me to try to cook. I was thinking like French toast or pancakes in the morning. Alright, the moment of truth. Will we get any sizzle on this, you think? Oh yeah, dude. I mean, we have a sizzle. I'm probably gonna put this lid on just so like if it does start like frying really hot, I don't have juices going everywhere. But it is cooking. I have a feeling this is gonna take an extremely long time to get it to you know, like medium rare or anything. I'm not a big blue steak guy, so I'm thinking medium rare sounds perfect. Honestly, if you eat your steak any other way, it's not correct. Medium rare is the way to go. You can comment if you disagree. I'll even respond to it. Alright boys, it's been about, honestly, like maybe 10 minutes. We're gonna flip it and see how the other... No way. Look at that crust. That's amazing. Dude, I can't believe how well that is cooking that. Like, I don't know if the camera, like, it showed it on the camera, but that actually had some pretty good crust on it. Thinking now, I probably should have brought my meat thermometer to actually make sure it's done. Yeah, maybe next time. I'm thinking, guys, if this works, which I'm assuming it's going to, just based off of the first flip, I'm thinking we start a series where we make dishes in the tractor in this pot, or just making dishes like random stuff, like a steak in a tractor. I'm pretty confident in saying there's nobody on YouTube or Instagram that has made a steak in a tractor besides like putting it on the tractor to heat it up. That doesn't count. This is like from scratch, a raw steak made in a tractor. That's crazy. And if you guys want to see me cook more stuff, dude, I like eating food. I'll do that. That actually smells so good. That Meat Church seasoning is amazing. So shout out to anybody that spends too much money on those little, what do they call, little trees for their cars, the smelling things. Just buy one of these pots and buy a steak and cook it. It'll smell way better. It might cost 20 times as much, but smell better. Alright, I have a friend who sent me a video who said put this in the video, so thanks Carter for sending that, and you're welcome for being in the video. Alright guys, I think the steak, it's got to be getting really close. It's got to be getting real close. We'll cut off a little bit and see what it looks like. And I'm probably gonna stop for that because I don't want my steak getting in my tratter. So I cut it in half. I'd say it needs a little bit more. It's fine with me. I ain't got nothing but time. Now I will say, like, appearance rating, it doesn't look too pretty, the steak. You know, it's kind of like if you boiled a steak, pretty much like steamed it. But the one side has a pretty good crust. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but like that side doesn't look too. I'll flip you guys around quick. So like this side doesn't look awful or great by any means, but the other side looked pretty brown when I flipped it over. I mean, obviously it's not going to be like the most aesthetically pleasing steak by any means. I'm making it in a $30 hot pot thing, so, but it's still a steak. I mean, you put that meat church seasoning on it, anything will taste good. Anyway, I think it's done enough. I suppose we'll find out together. Alright, when we get to that end, we're gonna stop and cut this steak up. See how we did. Alrighty, let's see if I can do this all with one hand. I mean, honestly, it's definitely juicy. Alright, so here she is in all of her glory. Think I should cut it up or think I should just eat it like a caveman or something with my hands? Oh, I'll cut it up. I'm not sure I can show my knife on YouTube, so I'm gonna have to cut it up without showing you guys me doing it. Alright, this is the moment of truth. This is out of like the middle. It doesn't look, I mean, it looks done. Okay, hear me out. Texture wise, it's a little off. Like it almost tastes like a country fried steak almost. It might just be the meat, the cut of meat, but it almost tastes like the flavor is really good. It's just the texture is like kind of, I don't know, it's different. I've definitely had it before, like that texture of steak, but I've never had it, or haven't had it a long time. Alright, let's go in with bite number 2. It's honestly better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like super weird. The texture is kind of throwing me off, but the flavor is super good. That's actually really good. But I'd say the best part about this whole endeavor is I have no other food besides, I have like a half bag of chips up there for food for the rest of the day. So I really had to make this steak and make it decent or edible at least. But like, that is not, excuse my cutting skills, that's why my mom still cuts my steak into strips. But like, for making this out of it's actually so good. I might just be really hungry, but that actually is like not a bad steak. So I'm gonna say for making that in a $30 Amazon crockpot thing in a tractor, I'd give that a solid like 7.8 out of 10. That's actually not that bad. I think something I'd do differently is not leave the lid on, like just make it, I think if you use that pot, kept the lid off and like seared it almost, like got a thinner steak, it'd work way better. But I think since I put the lid back on, it kind of just like steamed it. It's still really juicy and full of flavor, but it's definitely missing that crust you get on steaks, like on the grill or on like a cast iron. But yeah, overall 7.8 out of 10. It's definitely not amazing, but it's definitely not bad. Definitely edible. Definitely enjoy eating it. I mean, it's not a bad tasting steak, to be honest. I am kind of wasting time sitting here and talking to you guys, so I'm probably gonna finish eating and then keep driving because I don't want to try to cut a steak and drive this tractor. I know it's driving itself. You don't have to comment it. Some guy's gonna do it, but I don't want to spill everywhere, so I'm gonna eat quick. All right, so we got cleaned up a little bit. We're gonna keep on ripping. I think there's some rain in the forecast for tomorrow, so we got 1 day in the field at least down here. Should be able to get this quarter pretty much done. It's only 5 o'clock. The sun's already setting, which is stupid, but we should be able to get a lot of this done. So I'm gonna set you guys down for the night. We may or may not take the drone up later. I suppose if I did, you'll see it, and if I didn't, you won't. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching as always. If you feel moved to, leave a like if you liked what you saw. If you're not subscribed, subscribe for more content. Do not forget to comment what I should cook next in the pot for next spring. There'll probably be 1 or 2 more videos left from the tractor, so comment what you want to see me cooking there. And as always, we'll catch you in the next one.